Kemia, Avakesan Vigakun. Ran Sinar, Isni Avakan Nunyavar, Davan Plesika.
They're clearly very upset, and I don't blame them. Abduction is terrifying. I still haven't been able to suss out why talks with the exiles went south. I mean, these are poor circumstances for negotiation.
The readings on Kepler are still spiking. The singularity is still a threat. We'll need the Ionians' help if we want to open that lock.
That's just as many researchers as the Emeritus said there would be. Didn't lose anyone. That's a relief.
I wonder if you might shed some light on something while we're still learning the language. This settlement is obviously well established. Over decades, if not centuries, but I see little in the way of weapon emplacements or true fortifications. Has there been no conflict all that time?
That's the gist I'm getting. The Vex are new, and the Elixni, well, they used to have a working trade relationship. Armed conflict is new for the locals.
Pakal, Ulfiare Superkun, Olam Tuderia, Muldenvika, Sukafatu Tuya. Utivare Netanas Banana, Yosundiaba, Alamane, Yaluisia, Xera Sushinde, Nisara Ulti.
You got my favorite thank you! Nice work, Guardian. You reunited the Ionians with their loved ones.
The scale of this problem concerns me. Our forces aren't so robust as to defend this whole settlement indefinitely. And defense is fruitless if we can't stabilize the Singularity. We just discovered a lost colony. This discovery changes how we see our own system. How many others are out there?
Guardian, someone's on the line.
You've made great strides in communicating with the Ionians.
We've learned their language has multiple origins. Little wonder it needs such effort. Understanding comes not a moment too soon. Between the Elixni and the Vex, the situation here is unstable. And we have so much to learn from them. I followed your example in translating. Script first, then words. These notes you recovered. Unbelievable. The advances this outlines in gravitational manipulation, without the light. And that's only one thesis. I hope some of them at least will be amenable to returning to Earth. We cannot lose this connection. We simply can't.
The destructive activity in the agricultural zone is reading as Vex. They're the ones attacking the food supply.
Stop me if this one is obvious, but do Vex need to eat?
Not in any fashion we'd recognize.
Sounds like an empty life. Then this is just sabotage against the Ionians.
As if they weren't facing enough. The Nine, the Vex, and the Singularity ripping the planet apart. That's too obvious a coincidence to ignore.
Vex looks like it's protecting something. Guardian, watch out.
Vex tended to just let me pass on by before you showed up.
Excuse me? The Vex ignored you.
Guess they didn't see me as a threat. What can I say? I have a friendly face.
Lodi, how are you so adept with the Ionian's language? You said you've been here a few weeks at best.
Oh, I was made for this. I'm a translator. I especially love languages I've never heard before.
There's the Vex. Guardian, let's redirect and get that shield down. There's the Vex. hate it when they do that. Guardian, let's redirect and get that shield down. There's the Vex. When they do that. Guardian, let's redirect and get that shield down. There's the Vex. There's the Vex. Let's redirect and get that shield down. There's the Vex. When they do that. Guardian, let's redirect and get that shield down. Guardian, we should take a scan of that drive. See if there's any data stuck offline the Ionians need.
It's incredible. Terms I recognize mapped to advanced concepts, prefixes and suffixes as used in agricultural science. We can use this. Let me do some analyzing, but this is a huge missing piece to understanding the Ionians.
Under the circumstances, what keeps the Ionians here? We could begin evacuation proceedings. They would be safe back on Earth.
But they wouldn't be home. They could take a piece of Kepler with them, sure, but it's not the same.
Homes can be replaced, but lives can't.
The Ionians might feel differently about that. This place is sacred to them. The universe determined they belong here. Singularity or not, we can't tell people to pack up and leave yet. Not without helping people who've been stranded from the rest of humanity.
Agreed. No one's leaving until we learn more. Lodi, those Vex, you need to know who controls them. Her name is Maya, the conductor. She was human once.
What's her objective?
On the surface, to return our current time to a more prosperous one. But her true motive is to reunite with her spouse.
Neither of those sound particularly sinister, but I take it it's what she's willing to do to achieve that goal.
Maya has an ability. She can control whoever she pleases. She's commanding the Vex, a normally leaderless faction. She's even taken hold of our allies to turn them against us. If she's here, she can do anything to get what she wants.
I know. The Exiles have gotten into the, progenitor ship.
It's the remnants of the colony ship they arrived in. Any vibrational disruption could The ship the Elixni have taken over. You're saying it's the very one the Ionians came here in?
Part of it, anyway. What's left. They converted it to a permanent emplacement, but they still call it the progenitor ship. The mother of the Ionians. It's the source of all their tools. They put a little piece in every building. Every scientist gets a shot of the hull when they graduate. If the ship goes up, there's a lot the Ionians can't do. Do you have any experience with bomb disposal?
We've handled plenty of mines before. This shouldn't be a problem.
This style of ship is quite old. Even with only this much left, it's incredible. I haven't seen anything like it. The material could have been affected by the time anomaly here. That could account for the relatively good condition.
As a frame of reference, how old would you say it is compared to your ships?
Easily hundreds of years.
Oh.
That equipment sure looks Elixir. Let's see if we can tease it free. An exile captain? We must be doing some real damage if they're deploying like this.
Guardian, the mines. If even one of them goes off, it threatens the entire material supply for the settlement. No more anomalous energy signatures. Good work, Guardian. The Ionians are safe because of you.
We have to do more to stop the House of Exile. We know from our dealings in the Accord, the Archon's just out to speed up the Singularity's growth. He's just gonna throw more gas on the fire.
The Guardian will be able to stabilize the Singularity once we get through. There are too many problems, and all of them are connected.
You have no idea.
Unless you have any ideas, then we have to consider evacuation. Reunification with humanity. After centuries apart.
Centuries? No. No, them coming to Earth would be existentially disorienting.
Lodi, please don't mistake me. This is the Ionians' home. We have to believe there's a way for them to return safely.
And what if there isn't?
Mulai suka oleh. Tequila, mami divina. Ismilaka zuna bole. Yazuliaka sakan. Yasunde akila. Ila tequila vake.
They found you so fast. My name is Orin. My name was Nasan R. Was Nasya Sawa. What do you call yourself, stranger?
Lodi, pleasure. Miss Orin, do you know something about who brought me here?
I know you will be elected to become something impossible. Your molecules have already volunteered.
I'm sorry, my molecules?
I was the emissary as you were. And will become the same. I quit, and it left me transmuted. I think if I can help you adjust, I can reclaim my mind.
Emissary for who?
The beings in your dreams.
You know who brought me here.
Orin, can you fight?
Persimmon! Oh, yes! Lodi, you can help. Can you see down the Valley of Time? 2 minutes ahead?
I am very sorry, ma'am, but I do not know what you're saying.
Take your time, Orin. Guardian, draw out Maya's Vex. The Vex signals Dean Rebecca provided are cloaked. Something's not right. Vex outposts are usually interlinked. Take these ones down first, and it will weaken the others in hiding.
Here's the Vex Ikora was talking about. Clear up the signals in the area, and bang! We have the location on a bigger boss. And we can use that one to get to the biggest boss. Let's go. So, we think there's a Strangelet capsule at the ritual site Dean Rebecca told us about. Do you think it was there all along?
It's possible. The way the Ionians talk about dark matter, like even elementary particles of the universe contain a spirit in their way.
The capsule is vetiver this way. It's fading for me, but I hear the singularity as well, in the distance.
Like a groan. You hear it too?
As we've been speaking with the Ionians and moving through their settlement, I've been constructing a theory. It needs work, but the nascent form is this. After the collapse, few people were leaving Earth. More recently, we would notice. And the Ionians are truly humans. I think they must have come here during the Golden Age. Maybe even before.
You keep saying that word. Collapse? I've never heard the Ionians say Golden Age or anything like it, but they've mentioned a span of time that was good. Better? Could be it.
Lodi, you said your vocation was translating. Now that you've added the Ionians to your repertoire, how many do you speak?
Fluently 4, passively 9, only written 2. Not many folks to speak them with these days. I grew up speaking 3 at home. I've learned the others in school. Here and there, anyone who would teach me. Those 2 written ones, maybe I can learn how to pronounce them.
Those are the same Vex formations as you saw earlier. The same tactic should work to drop that shield. Orin, you said you had the dreams too? Before you became emissary?
Languages I didn't understand. My leg turning to bismuth.
Same. Mine was cadmium, though.
Your continued interference has been noticed.
The conductor. Even out here, anyone who stands in the way of restoring your new golden age ends up trampled. You're here to make things worse.
Am I? I understand our designs for the future seem mutually exclusive to you. But I have ignored the Guardians since Nessus.
What power does this Maya bear? It's hives and nausea. Whatever paracausality she wields is fundamentally rule-breaking.
You chase a villain of your own imagination. My goals are not against you. They are above you. Now, leave us.
She's still going to throw everything she has to get us out of the way. Gate Lord incoming. She's still going to throw everything she has to get us out of the way. Gate Lord incoming.